Yo, what's good? This your boy Derek Branch here with Memphis Wire on SportsView360.com, covering the Memphis Tigers. Today, I want to talk about what went down yesterday afternoon between the Memphis Tigers and the UTSA Roadrunners. Tigers winning streak has been snapped. As of yesterday, they lost to UTSA by a score of 44 to 36. Tigers now fall to 7-2 on the season. UTSA is 4-5 and is now 2 games away from becoming bowl eligible. But in regards to the game itself, huge loss for Memphis. It was a loss that they could not afford to have on their resume. They really couldn't because of the loss to Navy earlier in the season. That kind of muddied the waters going forward. And then on top of that, Navy went on to have the year that they're having right now. On top of that, Army's having a really good year. And don't forget about Tulane. They're looking like the best team in the conference right now, in my opinion. But all Memphis had to do was continue to win games and then let the chips fall where they may. But now they really don't have control of the destiny after losing to UTSA. Huge game that they lost. And what's crazy about it is that UTSA beat Memphis, right? And last week, UTSA blew a 28-point lead to Tulsa. And then this week, Tulsa gets blown out by UAB. So it's just so much parity in the AAC right now, man. It's just so much craziness, man. And there's about like 3 to 4 good teams at the top. And everybody else right now, from what I see, is not consistent at all. But I do see some teams trending up during the second half of the season. Team like South Florida is a team to watch out for. But luckily, Memphis beat that team. So don't have to worry about them when it comes to tiebreaker situations. But as for the game on the field, production-wise, I think everybody had a huge outing for Memphis statistics-wise. Sam Hennigan threw for over 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Both wide receivers, Demir Blankenship and Rock Taylor had over 100 yards receiving. Blankenship had 2 touchdowns, but he really hurted himself on the second one, man, trying to do a celebration, man. That was just an ugly injury to me, man. I don't like to go back and watch it. And I saw a lot of people online making jokes about it and all that, man. I just felt that was a nasty injury to me. And I think he was able to go back and play. But he just didn't have that same type of impact prior to that injury. Rock Taylor had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Running game was quiet yesterday. Running game was real quiet yesterday. Mario Anderson had 1 touchdown, but had only 53 yards rushing. But, man, to me, what killed the game for Memphis, man, was the lack of execution at the right times. Because whenever Memphis scored, UTSA would come right back at them. At one point, there was like a 24-14 lead by Memphis, and the UTSA just came back at them. And Memphis didn't figure out a way to counter what UTSA was doing, despite the big numbers that they were putting up. They didn't execute. And if we're being honest, man, Memphis has been playing with fire the last couple of weeks. Took them a while to beat a last minute chance to beat a last minute effort, to beat Charlotte last week. North Texas took them down to the wire. So it's just they've been trading water the last couple of games, and I don't really know what it is, but the offense has been. They're not showing that potency, not showing that big playability that they showed last year, man. I think last year there was like a top 10 offense, you know, and this year you got minus Blake Watson back there. You got the same. You got pretty much the same personnel from last year. Kobe Drake, Rock Taylor, Demir Blankmasee. You know what I'm saying? You know, Brandon Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Maury Anderson, the new addition. He's having a really good year, but the offense just hasn't really, found its footing, man. This season, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see like it just kind of been sleepwalking the last couple of weeks. I mean, if really being honest, you know, even in the games that they blew teams out in, like against Troy and against North Alabama, you just didn't see that efficiency that you're used to seeing with a Memphis offense. So I don't really know what the issue is. I mean, why is it there so much? Why is it there have been so much? I would say lack of execution in certain areas. But you 7-2. You're 7-2 on the season. There is a shot of them getting to the AAC title game, but they're gonna need a lot of help. We're gonna need a lot of help going forward. CFP stuff, that stuff right there is out of the water, right? It's out of the picture, man. That's pretty much done with. But the way Boise State is playing, they're the favorites to get the Group of 5 designation as a team that play in the 12-team playoffs. Memphis pretty much lost that after losing to Navy. And it looked like Navy is coming back to the pack as well after losing their second straight game in a row, second straight game of the season when they lost to Rice yesterday, another team that has a losing record that just fired their head coach. And now Rice comes to Memphis this Friday. So it'll be interesting next couple of days for Memphis football. But tough loss, man. And a lot of people are disappointed, bro. A lot of people are disappointed in what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And this, if they go 11-2, but not no playoff, no conference title game appearance, this would be another year of where Memphis gets the double digit wins and not appear in the conference championship game under Ryan Silverfield. That's pretty much been the only little knock on his resume right now. Memphis hasn't played in the conference title game since he took over. Last year they were close. Year prior to that, they weren't close at all. This year, you was in the driver's seat. If Navy had lost, all you had to do was just continue to stack wins, man. Continue to stack wins. You would have been in there, most likely. But if you get to another, it might get to another year where you get double-digit wins. People are gonna look at that. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, I know that people think that because of the assets that Memphis has in regards to NIL and facilities, that they're supposed to, pretty much dominate the conference every year. And in theory, that's true. But these other teams that's in the conference got aspirations as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they play football. That's why you play the games. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your NIL budget is. It doesn't matter what your recruiting is. It doesn't matter what your facilities look like compared to the other program. It's about the eye test. How you play on the field. That's what it's all about. How you play on the field as a football team. Because once you get on the field, all that stuff goes out the window. So they got to go back to the drawing board, man, and figure out why this team is coming out flat the way it has been this season. Because yesterday is the only time that it happened that occurred with Memphis. It occurred in the Navy game. It occurred in last week's game against Charlotte. So this is nothing new, but you got a few more games left on the season, and you got to finish strong. I think the next biggest game on your schedule is Tulane. Now that you lose this game to UTSA, that puts a damper on the matchup against Tulane. It really does. Now, if you get the help that I was talking about, if Navy loses 2 more games and you continue to win, then maybe the stakes can get higher for that Tulane matchup. But now Tulane got everything in front of them, everything to play for, continue to win games, while Memphis is going to need help. You know what I'm saying? Right now, man, I just don't feel as confident that that Memphis could beat Tulane, bro. I really don't, based on the way they've been playing. Because ask yourself this: Tulane blew out Charlotte 34-3. It took Memphis all 4 quarters and a last-minute touchdown pass to beat Charlotte 33-28. So what that says about Memphis? You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing going forward for Ryan Silverfield and his staff is to figure out why this team is coming out sluggish in these matchups. So next game on the schedule is against Rice. 8 o'clock kickoff at the Liberty Bowl. That's their next game. After that, I don't really see any tough games left on the schedule outside of Tulane. So I think they get the double-digit wins, but no conference title. So we'll see how it all play out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel or your thoughts on yesterday's game for Memphis. And also check out sportsview360.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, and the Memphis Tigers football and basketball programs. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.